Everybody, welcome back to another weekly update with me, Gareth.
And I'm Jackie.
So we're just fresh off our weekly interview with Christopher Soul Eubanks, to say it fully. And yeah, we just finished interviewing him, ready for an episode that's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks' time. And oh, fantastic speaker.
I've been a fan of his for ages. He's the reason that I stay on Twitter because his tweets are so on point.
Yeah.
Or his social media. I'm sure if you haven't heard the name before, you will have seen him somewhere because his words are just always being shared on social media.
Yeah, there's a lot of activist content that we see shared around. We don't necessarily know who the person actually is, and I think Chris is probably one of those people who he's putting out some of that awesome content, and so many people see it but not yet know all of his incredible work. So we really look forward to sharing you that episode. And we talk a lot about racial equity within the movement, and yeah, it's been a really in-depth,
Yeah, it
pretty
was a really
in-depth
different
talking.
interview for us. It was great.
Yeah, as always, I really enjoy it, and I said it's fantastic at 100 times. So. But yeah, so there's been a bit going on this week, sort of FTA wise. We had, as part of the Divinity Women's Coalition,
Yeah, it's been in the news. Kamala Harris has been dabbling in veganism, so that is fantastic. Keep on dabbling, Kamala, until you get there. We're really proud to be part of this awesome coalition, and it just goes to show that, when we all get together, our voices can be heard and we can make a difference. So we'll keep at it.
yeah, we're really hoping that sticks with it because she's got an important fight. No matter what your politics are, the fact is she's got a big voice right now, and if we can get her on board with just the plant-based side of things, that helps shift things better in our direction.
She's
So
in a great position of power to help create change. So
yeah.
Jacinda Ardern, you're next on our hit list.
Yeah, no, we needed to drop the "I love cheese," yeah, and all the other stuff. And we had something else as well that we were going to talk about. And I haven't had my coffee this morning because I had an interview coming up. So I try not to drink too much coffee beforehand, otherwise I'll be jittering around the place. But it means that my brain's not quite working afterwards.
There's just so much good stuff going on. We've got Matthew Pritchard. He is busy rowing his way across the Atlantic. They had a few teething troubles to begin with, bit of problems with the boat, and they had to get rescued.
I believe it was the seat mechanism, and it's part of the rowing mechanism. So they're trying to start this. If you haven't already checked it out, folks, so we got an exclusive interview with him. Was it last week?
A couple of weeks ago now, yeah.
Our heads are like, we do so much work every day that our heads are really, well, mine especially. I can't tell if something was yesterday, a week ago, or like 3 weeks ago, and then something that I've done today even seems like yesterday. So.
It does.
It's messed up, but
they're finally on their way. They've already rowed, I don't know, 100 miles across the Atlantic so far. They're going between, if you're not aware, they're going between Lanzarote and Antigua, which is 1,300 miles, and he's doing it to raise money for charity and, more importantly, the animals.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name. It's
Bean Farm Trust.
Yeah,
in the
so
UK.
that animal sanctuary, as well as they also doing it for the human mental health charity as well, based in the UK there. So. It's they're doing some great stuff, but yeah, it's great to see Matt getting out there and being able to do this charitable event, which is benefiting the animals. So really excited to see how that keeps on going. And yeah, we've got some really great interviews out right now. If you haven't seen already, Seb Alex should be live on the page now, and also on our YouTube. If you're already subscribed, you would have seen it. Comes up, I think, yesterday on YouTube.
Yeah, we love Seb.
Yeah, Seb's a fantastic speaker, and of course, if you know, previously we had to delay things because there was events going on for Seb, but now he's back on getting out there, and I'm glad that he's doing better, and yeah.
Definitely. If you haven't watched Damien Mander as well already, oh my lord, Damien Mander's interview. There are some people lately that have really impacted me. All our guests do, but Jordi Casamajana was one, Eduardo Gonçalves, Damien, all very different, but just such incredible people doing
Chris
amazing
today
work.
as well. Like
Chris is awesome.
You probably won't see for another, I think, 2-3 weeks with my editing schedule at the moment. We've got the wonderful Ryuji from Peace by Vegan. He'll be coming out as next week's episode, and then after that we've got Susan Hargreaves, who started the
Animal Hero Kids.
I always want to put it the other way around. I always want to say hero animal. I don't know.
Animals are also heroes,
Yeah,
but yeah,
animals
she
are
started
heroes.
Animal Hero Kids. She's been an activist for over 40 years now, and
Yeah.
she just warms my heart. She's just wonderful.
She's fantastic.
Lovely lady.
And yeah, I've got that to edit, so that'll be the week after, and then so it'll be Chris the week after that. And yeah, it's really, really opening discussion that we had there. And
Definitely.
also, we in our research, we end up attending the animal activism
Animal
mentorship.
activist. I can't say that. Oh God, I don't even
I've started
drink
this
coffee.
off now.
Animal activist mentorship.
Yeah. We hope to work with them more in the future, and they did a workshop, and they do a lot of free workshops. So if you're an activist or a wannabe activist, they have these free workshops where you can go and learn from the experts and get some mentorship in how to become more active. And like the workshop we did the other day is more talking on the topics of
What is exploitation?
yeah, and it was really like that's the thing. Like we've been doing this for a few years now, and we're still constantly learning. If you've learned anything from our speakers along the activist series, everyone says that you never really stop learning when you're a vegan, and especially vegan activists, and there's just so much more to learn, so much more to open up to, and it is fantastic. So hopefully we'll have more stuff to sort of link to them soon, so you guys can find out more. And they do free one-on-one mentorship things, so that is fantastic. As I say, if anyone out there hasn't become active yet themselves,
I'd like to do a bit.
yeah, they're perfect to get in touch with and build that sort of
Yeah. I always think activism's a bit like veganism. When you first go vegan, you're kind of like, oh, where do I start? And activism is the same. When you decide, I want to help the animals, I want to be more active, but where do I start? And that's the whole point of our series, really, is showing people where they can start and see what their strengths are. But there are so many opportunities to learn about so many great things at the moment. And another thing that we did, we got up early. I don't know if you've heard of Sentient Media, but we shared a fair bit of their content because it's fabulous. They a group of writers, and they also have events, and we attended at 6:00 the other morning, and it was all about reporting at sea. There were three amazing speakers who have all been doing undercover investigative work.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I think is there a recording up of that now?
There is.
It's well worth checking out.
Yeah. It's there was Ian Abena in there. He is an author of The Outlaw Oceans, which I have a huge copy of, but I haven't got it with me, unfortunately. He's been a writer for the New York Times, and he spent something like 40 months at sea investigating what goes on in the ocean. There was also Lex Rigby from Viva charity, who... She was a wonderful speaker, wasn't she? She was great.
She works on the Sea Shepherd boats as well a lot, and really.
And also Pete Paxton, whose undercover work has been insane. His stories. We could have listened to them all day. So see if we can put a link up to that.
Yeah, it's we end up getting to watch so many of these fantastic things, and there's so much to learn, and hopefully we'll get some of those folks on the show as well, because
they're great.
Like two really fantastic people.
Yeah.
But there's also coming up this weekend as well, for those who may be interested about the is a plant-based food with Beyond Animal.
Oh yes, the new Food Invest conference as well. Yes, that starts on the 18th, which is today our time. So that will be, depending where you are in the world, that's quite soon.
Yeah, it's either tomorrow for some of you folks, or it might be today if you're up in the middle of the night or whatever it is. So that's if you have a sort of company that works in that sort of industry, that may well be something to go check that out. And
if you're just interested in the food of the future,
it's gonna be really cool, and it's great that I think it's the world's first and world's biggest sort of event of this sort of topic and stuff. So that's awesome. And I'll stop rambling because. Yeah, as I say, my brain's not quite in gear this morning.
Neither.
I feel like every time we do these live updates at the moment, the brain's just not quite in.
Hey, tell you what, if you haven't already signed up for our free newsletter, do that, because it's only once a month. We don't bombard your inbox. It's a labour of love. We try and make it, as informative and chatty as we can. And we actually have the time to think about what we're going to say before we send it out. So, the feedback that we've had on our newsletter has been really good, and so if you haven't already done so, then please sign up for that.
Yeah, and this one, I even did some writing on this one. So.
You did, and you did an extra brain.
Yeah, I didn't just doodle pictures and stuff on it this time. But yeah, so yeah, check that out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, a huge thank you goes out to everyone who does subscribe to us, and a massive, massive, even bigger thanks go to everyone who's a supporter of Vegan FTA.
We love you.
We really do love you all to bits, and it is what helps make this thing possible. You know, because with such a small team, so many people don't actually realize that there's only 4 of us, 3 of us more sort of full time on it. With no funding, like it is truly a labor of love, and we do it because we love the animals, and we are FTA. We're for the animals, you know, and having your support means the world to us, and means that we can do our best to help you do your best for the animals, you know.
Absolutely. And if you see something that you like that we're doing, please share it, because we are growing really fast. I mean, last time we spoke to you, we were on 410,000 followers on Facebook. This morning we have hit 415,000, and that's just in a week since the last update. So, you know, it's great. We really appreciate everybody that shares our work and encourages more followers to come to us. So
it shows
if you're one, thank you.
Yeah, well, it shows we're a growing movement. So hopefully that vegan world will be around the corner. Who knows? But we will love you and leave you with this ramble. And
we've probably forgotten heaps.
Oh yeah, every time we do this, as soon as I hit the end live video button, I will remember everything. The brain will be full gear ahead. It'll be fantastic. And I'll stop saying fantastic as well. That's what happens. So
Fantastic Friday. Is it Friday? It's not.
No.
It's not even
It's
Friday.
not even Friday. It's Thursday. Well, it's Thursday for us.
Thursday.
It's Wednesday for some of you guys. Like,
oh, that's right. See, we don't know what day it is. It's really time to go.
But love you all. Thank you so much for tuning into this, and I hope you have checked out the activist video this week, and you're learning lots and loving the content. So big love to you all, and through the screen hug to you or something if you feel like having a hug. That is. So.
He's a hugger.
I am a hugger. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.